All right, so here we go again. This one's a little different. This is again with Steve Harvey. He's talking about I can take anything and make it funny. I think this is more of an inspirational video. I haven't seen it before yet, but I've seen a lot of his videos before as well. My wife is very, fond of him. He has a lot of really good things today. He's a Christian as well. He's on the set of Family Feud, and I guess he has these small talks beforehand. I've never been on set for these, but let's watch it together and we'll talk about it after.
I got a job. This is my job. All of my jobs are involved around my gift. I have a gift. I can take anything and make it funny instantly whenever I want to. And I keep that at the forefront of all my jobs. I don't care if I'm hosting a TV show, a game show, a pageant, or New Year's Eve. I don't care if you put me on a radio or if I'm a motivational speaker. I use comedy. Comedy works all the time. I just use that. And then I love what I do, so it's easy for me. I mean, I come to work every day. This is what I do. I mean, think about that. Mm-hmm. If you get to wake up and your job is to go tell jokes, and they're going to give you a check to tell those jokes that you used to tell for free, that's a pretty good life. That's a blessing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's kind of easy, man. And I stay focused because I understand the end results. I always have goals along the way. No matter how successful I may think I am, I always have a goal I'm trying to reach. Most of my goals now have nothing to do with money. Nothing at all. I'm in the business of, I'm trying to change as many lives as I can right now.
That's good.
I learned a quote the other day at a golf course, and it really had an effect on me because it's one of the things I always pray to God to make me relevant. I don't ask for money. I ask him to make me relevant.
That's good. And
a guy told me a quote. He said, "Miss Harvey, I think of you all the time when I hear this quote." It says, the quote says, "If your presence doesn't make an impact, then your absence won't make a difference."
Wow.
And that was really important for me to hear. If your presence doesn't make an impact, then your absence won't make a difference. You ever been to a person's funeral, wasn't hardly nobody there?
Wow.
Ain't nobody had nothing to say? If they didn't have a life that had an impact. You want to live a life, man, where somebody miss you if you turn up missing.
Yeah.
Somebody hurt about it. That's all it is with me now. It's not money. I'm not saying I don't want any more money, because I do. I'll definitely take it. It's very, very helpful. I'm not going to lie to you. I've lived a large section of my life with no money. And I want to tell you something. Way better to have money.
Wow. That's good. What was that, what he said before? I just want to get that quote.
If your presence doesn't make an impact, then your absence won't make a difference.
Wow. If your presence doesn't make an impact, then your absence won't make a difference. So it's like, if you're impacting where you're at, they're going to miss you when you're gone. That's so true. I remember I used to work in a factory where they used to make bank bags. And I remember that it was just like a summer job. It was my last summer before I graduated high school. And I guess my boss really liked me. And he even said that, not like me. That would be a different story altogether. But he used to always say that, I wish I had, 5 more of you and I'll be, set through his whole department. I worked in the cutting department. I wasn't someone that would cut any corners or do anything, pun intended. I wouldn't do anything that was shady or anything like that, because I had a very solid conscience. I, was trying to be led by the Holy Spirit, even while I was, 18, 17 years old in high school. 17 years old, I'm sure. And I used to always minister during lunchtime and even while I was working, and talk to the other employees about Jesus and about my experiences and everything. At that time, I used to play drums in a metal Christian band. the screaming type, and I really enjoyed it. And I would talk about music with some of the guys there and the ladies as well. It was a very interesting time of my life. There was a lot of moving parts. I think the year after that, I moved to Connecticut. That was Pennsylvania. This bank, where the bank bag factory was, and I really enjoyed it. It was a fun job. A bit tedious at times because it's literally I would have to go to the factory. I would have to go to the warehouse to get the fabric, whichever fabric it was, whether leather or like a hard denim, and use a pallet jack to put it on, or if I didn't have a license for a forklift, if it was all the way up, I would need to have someone bring it down for me and bring it over to my area. I was always courteous, and they definitely remembered me after the fact. I mean, they didn't try to find me on Facebook, but I know I left an impact in that place. It's also for a bakery I used to work at. Again, I was always witnessing to people there, and I have visited in the past for a couple times when I used to visit my family when they used to live in Pennsylvania. Most of my immediate family lives here in Connecticut with me, not in my house, but in my city and surrounding cities. And I have gone back before, and they did remember me. I was always courteous. I was always talking to them kindly and even praying for them and ministering to them the best I could. I was always a diligent worker, and it's pertaining to excellence. And that's always something I try to do with every situation that I run into, to try to be someone that they're going to remember me for something good versus something negative. It's better to have a positive impact on somebody versus a negative. And that's why first impressions are so important. And yeah, this is so true, this quote that he talked about. I hope you guys were blessed by listening to this, and I'm sure we're going to do some more of these soon. All right, God bless. Take care.